quick turnaround for us from going from an odd defense and an option offense, and I think our kids have made a good transition. We got a lot of work to do here in the final 48. This will be a great test for us. Virginia's done a nice job against us the last couple of years. We're both coming off a short week, so it's going to be a challenge mentally. Certainly will be a challenge physically after playing Georgia Tech on our side. And I think you guys all know we had some guys banged up after that game, so we're trying to get them healthy and get them fresh and get them to the start. So just excited about the opportunity to play a Thursday night game in South Florida. So with that, I'll open up to any questions that you have.
Mike London was saying yesterday that he thinks he wouldn't be surprised if you guys and other teams going forward looked at what NC State did defensively and just said, okay, that's going to be our scheme. Is it ever that simple?
No, it's not, because I've been where Mike is, where you have 2 weeks to prepare for an option team. You change your defense, and you actually play that defense for 2 weeks. So the transition week is what was last week. That was hard for him to go back to the defense. So I'm sure from our side, I think the defense is transitioning back, and their defense is transitioning back for the second week in a row. So I think they're going to be play much better than they did last week. We're expecting that, and certainly from an offensive standpoint, we're going to do what we do. We have to do. We didn't execute for 4 quarters on offense last week, and we got to really make sure that we eliminate mental errors and do what we do best.
Al, do you like the national exposure, the Thursday night game?
Yeah, again, Susan, for me, it's I keep saying it, but I mean, I'm just focused on the team and how we play, how we prepare, and how we play. I don't really get into to the rest of it. We've played just about every time slot you can play, right? I think this year we played a 12, a 3, and an 8, and now we're playing on Thursday night. So for me, I'm just trying to teach them the process and take care of the things that we can take care of.
Coach, in a short week, obviously everyone talks about the preparation, how quick of a time it is. Is there anything that gets cut out, or what are the parts of the preparation?
Yeah, I hope not. I hope not. Probably some physical things. I think that's fair to say. But you try not to leave anything out. It's like a Monday is a combined Tuesday and Wednesday, and Tuesday's a combined Wednesday and Thursday, and so we're trying not to leave anything out, and we're managing classes. As I said after the game, we're managing classes and exams and all those things. So we really got to get to 5 o'clock tomorrow night and then go over to the hotel and then really just, get focused in and hopefully get rested up.
Coach, with your defense getting takeaways, specifically interceptions, is that more a product of experience rather than talent and feeling comfortable with what they're doing, so they're able to kind of, focus more on maybe getting on the ball rather than making a tackle?
Play faster. You're exactly. There's no question about it. So I thought we played fast, even despite the challenges that we had on defense. I thought, and again, that's a function of preparation. Those kids prepared every day. They were on every assignment. They executed. They brought their training to the game. And you're right. They played fast. And not only did they, that we get some interceptions, but we're seeing the ball better. We're taking the ball away better now, and that's going to be critical for us.
But individually, will guys feel more comfortable taking those chances or feeling more comfortable in those positions because they're 7 games in?
Absolutely, yeah. The problem was everybody wasn't 7 games in. The problem was everybody was coming back at a different time, and but I certainly think that Ray settled in and played solid and played a little bit more composed and relaxed, and I thought he's an example of a guy who's starting to settle in for us.
Coach, how did the battle at right tackle?
Bunch won. Bunch will start the game, and Sean Cho will play significantly.
Virginia's kind of been kind of a thorn in his side. When you look at this
Yeah.
particular recent years, is that, do you detect any kind of motivation?
No. I'm not a revenge guy. I don't believe in it. Again, I'm a process guy, and I think the only thing that endures is the process. Everything else makes you go high and low. It develops these oscillations in your program, and I don't believe in it. I really don't. So, again, for us, it's all about preparing through the event, preparing in the final 48, and being at your best on game day. And again, it goes back to just all the studies, John Wood and everything. You got to take care of yourself. Again, for us, we have to play the game, the way we want to play, and I can't really worry about what's transpired in the past.
Does that message get through to the players.
I hope. I mean, I hope. I mean, I'm trying to make sure they understand that. You know, we're making progress. You know, to be honest with you, we're making progress because, you know, we had, you know, the heartbreak at Virginia Tech, then the big win, and then they came back down. So you're talking 3 weeks now where they've invested in the games, and now I think this week too they're doing a good job. We got to finish off this week though. That's the challenge because there hasn't been a physical commitment this week. It's been a mental commitment, and we can't start going backwards now in the final 48. Answer your question?
Yes.
Sure. He sure was. Yep. And McKenna will play a lot too.
You had mentioned on Saturday that Denzel is a guy that had shown you that he's either deserving of more playing time or that he could. Where do you see his role kind of improving, or can you get him more reps in there?
Yeah, we're going to get him more reps. Plus, he's doing a great deal for us on special teams. He's been very good on special teams. Again, he's very bright. He's very bright. He can learn. He'll continue to play for us on the sub package, the nickel. So. Again, his reps all told every week. I mean, he's getting into the 40s now, so he's getting a good amount of reps.
And then with him and Chicolo, just two young guys, kind of anchors for your future. We'll talk about that, them moving forward.
Yeah, I think we're very happy with both of them. Again, they're both smart. They're both tough. They're team players. They really are. They're unselfish. They do whatever we ask them to do. So that's a great foundation for us there. Yeah.
The school that you coached, what are your feelings or memories, I guess?
Yeah, again, Mike London is a good friend, you know, and just a tremendous, you know, coach and person. And, you know, Anthony Poindexter over there, their operations guy, Jerry Capone, all these, you know, Jerry Capone, you know, we go all the way back, 1994. I mean, he showed me the ropes. He was the operations director at Virginia, and Mike and I were together at BC and Virginia. Anthony Poindexter I coached and then later coached with. Great personal friend. So definitely, you know, just great being around great people. But at the end of the day, you know, I got to do what I got to do.
You just talk about Mike, and did you know when you were working with him that he would be a good head coach?
Oh yeah. No, Mike's incredible passion, tireless work ethic, tremendous energy, love for the kids. Loves to develop the student athlete. So, I mean, you could see it was beyond just X's and O's with him. He transcended that, and obviously he's in a great spot. His brother, Paul, was a player when I was coaching there, and of course Mike went to Richmond as a player and then as a coach and had great success there.
If I recall, at the time there was a ton of speculation about both of you moving on to head coaching jobs when you were on this. Did you guys ever talk about that?
No, Coach Groh kept us too busy. I promise you that. I didn't have time to talk about head coaching jobs, but it's unbelievable how it worked out. And then, of course, all of us were together at Boston College too. So, you know, Tom O'Brien, you know, has got a lot of disciples in this conference as well.
Coach, on a lighter note, not sure if you noticed, but you started kind of a trend here. Fans are starting to wear ties to the games.
Yeah.
Button-down shirts. Some of you printed ties on shirts.
Is that right?
Have you noticed?
Yeah, I was going to go with a bow tie this week. No, I'm just kidding.
What do you think of it, though?
I don't really think too much of it. I think it's great. I just think, you know, for me, it's an honor. You know, I mean, it's again, I said it the first time we went through the, you know, the hurricane walk. I think, you know, to have that kind of energy and the kind of passion that we have with our fan base and everything, I think it's great. And I think it's fun that they, I don't know if they're, I guess, what would you say they're doing? I guess they're kind of having fun with me, I guess.
We're supporting you.
Yeah.
The
But they're,
Virginia fans are going to be wearing orange ties.
oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of orange ties then.
And it's also just why you wear the tie. It's not very conventional. It's not something we always see coaches.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it comes down to my mom. Just there's in her mind it was, you know, the game is different. You know, and you honor the game, and the game day is different than practice. Don't look like you do in practice, and your team will follow suit and honor the game. And that was the year we won 9 in a row. That was the most wins in a row in the history of Temple, so we stayed with it. And hopefully we'll continue to wear the same tie. That's more important than wearing a tie, that you wear the same tie.
What do you do with the ones that you don't wear
they form a noose. So depending on which way it hangs. No, not really. Not too many.
You have second thoughts when you experienced the Florida humidity?
No. I certainly Kansas State. I felt like Ted Stryker trying to land a jet, but other than that, that was good. Any other questions, guys?
I have a funny feeling we're done.
You have another one?
I know you say a lot of you want to instill the process in these kids, and after all, they are kids. How hard has it been to get them process oriented?
It's hard. It's hard. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's hard. I mean, we're working on it. I'm talking about the whole staff, and now the leaders. We're working on it 24/7, and I'm not going to get into. I think you guys know, and I try to be honest with how players are playing, but you can kind of tell which ones. Hey, coach doesn't think he's bought into the process, and you could probably tell that. And you can read between the lines. But we still have some guys that have to understand the type of preparation, and preparation's not an event. It's not an event. The game is the event. The preparation is a process, and that's the only thing that endures, no matter what. And so, again, we got a long way to go in this season. Long way to go. We're just trying to win today. We're trying to really do everything that we need to do today. And I think that's the essence of a culture. That's the essence of human behavior. The oscillations, the volatility in human behavior creates an opportunity to outbehave your competition, to outbehave whoever you're playing against. And that's what we're trying to teach them. We got a chance to do that today. Taking care of your body, hydrating, eating, getting enough rest, watching film. You go all the way down the line. We have a chance to do that today, and that's what we're trying to teach them.
Al, Corey had a really bad hit.
Yeah, he did.
In that game, that was kind of traumatic. That was a crazy game last year. Do you have to kind of watch him extra carefully when he takes a hit? He said something about that where you have to make sure he's okay. Does he get checked special?
No, he's doing good. I mean, again, it was a fair shot and it was a clean shot last year, and but certainly last week he got hit hard. I mean, I was worried about him last week. He took a tough shot, and I know he was sore for the last 48 hours. So he's a tough kid. He's resilient, and I know he's excited about the opportunity Saturday. I don't think he's really thinking. As soon as you start thinking about being hit, you're done. So I think we got his feet calmed down, from in the past. Certainly, if you take those kind of hits, you'll have a tendency to move your feet and quicken the tempo of your throws and those types of things. I don't think he's doing that. And despite the fact that he didn't play his best game, it didn't go south on him. He still protected the ball. He did a lot of the things, and he made the throws when we needed them. And so we're proud of him for that. And I know he's excited about the opportunity Thursday.
2 weeks in a row, you guys have forced fumbles on the coverage team. Big hits. I mean, how do you tell the guys they go down there and knock somebody's head off? Or what sort of led to the big plays last game?
Well, I think some guys are doing a great job. I think Denzel, the first one, and was it Michael the second? Michael James? Yeah, so it was Michael. You're talking about, and then JoJo recovers it, right? So there's 3 guys that are playing significantly for you that are not too good for special teams, and that sends a message. That really does. It sends a message to all those other kids now, and so we're starting to develop that culture where special teams is important, and clearly we're developing a culture where protecting the ball is important, where penalties are important, and those are all the things. The preparation takes care of the MEs, and if we could take care of the other things, those are the things that cause you to lose: turnovers, penalties, mental errors. So that's what we're trying to teach them.
I guess today would be the day the injury report comes out.
I didn't even think of that.
Is that right? 'Cause
Chris,
is
today?
there?
But go ahead and ask me a question because I can give it to you right now.
Can you tell us who's out?
Shayon Green is still out. We're going to hold him. Do you guys have any questions on anybody in particular? Because I can help you. Because Luther's not back yet. Porter's not back yet. No. Feliciano looks like he'll be out. Anybody else, guys? That
Ojomo's fine.
Ojomo's fine.
And,
Yep. And Ja'Cory's fine.
And Perryman's fine, right?
Perryman's fine. You're right. These are all the guys that went down. Marcus Robinson's fine.
Yeah, Mark.
McGee, thank you for reminding me how banged up we are. Appreciate it.
McGee's fine. He's okay.
Yep. Well, I mean, relative,